Okie dokie. I think we should be streaming now live. I think so. Let's pop in real quick onto the actual stream and listen in. And my voice is coming through okay. Let's pop in real... Yep, sounds like I'm coming through fine, so we'll turn that right back off. Hello everybody, welcome to another drawing stream. Possibly the final drawing stream for a while, because we might be wrapping up this little Marvel character project that I have been working on for a while here now. We'll see how it goes. Personally, yeah, I'm kind of... It's been enjoyable, but I'm also looking forward to wrapping this up a little bit, you know? We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, feeling okay-ish. You might recall some trouble with me sitting lately. All the grumbling I've done in past streams. I'm pretty good on that front. So maybe we could do like at least a couple hours today and see if we can finish this project. I can't be bothered to pull up the notepad of the characters I'm drawing right now, but as a reminder, we are drawing 8 Marvel characters to be used as portraits in a potential Marvel Multiverse RPG game that I might be running at a convention. And yeah, wanted to draw the art for the characters myself because I thought that'd be a cute little thing to do for the character sheets. And there's only 2 characters left. We have done Spider-Man here. We've done the sketch here. And I'm really, really happy how this turned out. As you might recall, for many, many streams, I've been dreading drawing Spidey because I've been really intimidated by, well, first of all, figuring out a fun dynamic pose for him, although finding images of him dangling upside down weren't too bad. But furthermore, just all these patterns and stuff I was really scared of, so I'm really happy that that came all together surprisingly nicely. And after that, we will also be drawing Storm of the X-Men as the final character out of our octuplet, the 8th character selection of Marvel guys, which I'm also a little bit worried about. I'm like, I don't know, like, I've never drawn Storm. I'm not sure if I know what to do, but again, I'm just thinking like she's a pretty solid choice as a popular character to have in the selection of characters. I'm trying to, again, from the angle of these are supposed to be characters that people pick to play in a convention, I kind of want to have some decently popular ones in there with a couple of oddball ones, which is why I had Squirrel Girl and Rocket Raccoon as choices, you know, a couple of odd choices so that there's not just obvious guys on the roster. But yeah, for the end we have Spider-Man and Storm. I think Spider-Man absolutely had to be in there. And a Wolverine, of course, who we already drew. But yeah, let's get started on Spider-Man today. But before we start that, of course, I will cue up the music from rainwave.cc, the video game channel. We are just jumping into some Battletoads music. Is that correct? Ooh, very intense Battletoads music, my goodness. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, you guys, I don't have a lot of nostalgia for Battletoads. Sorry to say, like, it's not my number one. I was amused by that new Battletoads that they made, well, it must be several years by now, but like a remake, not a remake, but not even a reboot, like just like this like old new Battletoads installment that was kind of like having a bit of laugh at the Battletoads, like it had a suitably like goofy vibe to it. But this music is jamming, so it's all good. So yeah, all right, cool. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip this way because it's just easier for me to draw for whatever reason, having Spidey this way around. So we will do that, but of course the final image, I'm going to do this to have him upside down because that's fun, because that's what Spider-Man does, is dangle upside down. So there you go. But oh yeah, let's invert that and let's just do some regular ass drawing here. Go. I'm happy to report that I avoided the football head, soccer ball head thing, basketball head thing going on that I talked last time about the risks of trying to draw Spider-Man, the Ultimate Spider-Man look that is a little goofy. Didn't I do so that I just like copy and reversed his eye for this image? I was like, when I was doing the sketch phase. Starting to feel like I might have to do that for line art as well. On the other hand, sometimes Spider-Man is very emotive with his eye masks. Let's turn that off real quick so like it could have a little bit of you know, unevenness with his eyes, but nah. Let's not. Let's not and pretend we did. Go. Now just draw this. What I'm basically gonna do is much like when I was doing the sketch here. We're gonna save the webbing very last. Just get the other shapes first. It's the obvious thing to do here, I think. Is like get these like general contours. Otherwise, I will draw some of these like wider patterns on his outfit here, but like maybe that's a bad idea. Maybe I really should draw like kind of like the creases and stuff before I start drawing even those patterns. I don't know. But definitely the spider web stuff I am saving last. Did I make his hand too big here? There! Ooh, no. I'm now looking at it now, like, is this a little too big? I think I get it wrong oft, but no. Does that look better if it's like a little bit smaller like that? Let's like a hand should like cover your face roughly, right? Like fingers splayed out, it should cover your face. So I think that's more appropriate. Unless, of course, you have really, really big hands. You might recall that Ms. Marvel drawing I did last time. So yeah, I mentioned that my back is feeling better. Just... that's the wrong tool. If I were to bring up the stuff I've been complaining about lately in these streams, my back is feeling better, definitely. Like, it's easier for me to sit around now. So on that front, I'm like, I could probably go longer than just 2 hours today. But I have another issue right now that's also coming up a little bit. I have once again managed to work up a rather nasty ulcer in my mouth that, like, my teeth are rubbing up to. I was doing some recording earlier today because I, been busy again, so on other days. So today I like a lot of me just recording stuff. But yeah, I would notice that I was really flapping my gums there, and I was getting a little bit painful there as my lower lip rubbed against like one of my teeth, edge of my teeth, where that damn ulcer just happens to be. So all I'm saying is, like, if this gets too nasty, I might have to call the stream early, just because like it like legit might be hurting too much for me to go on here. Excuses, I know, but yeah, we'll see. The other option is just I just like be quiet for a bit and do just drawing today, and like not any commentary. That'd be an interesting experiment, I guess. Like, is my drawing interesting enough that people would be willing to watch just it without without, you know, me yapping here. Maybe it might actually be a blessing in disguise. I don't know how annoying my yapping is, but I don't know. I know that one streamer, Shachimu, has been streaming a bunch. Like, she does drawing streams nowadays, and she started out just like, you know, after a long hiatus, she started out by not having any voice, like no voiceover. She's communicated by text on the screen, which was novel. Yeah, she's been doing you know, voice streaming lately, and I do appreciate those as well. She has funny ramblings, but you know, it was an interesting format when she came back early and was just like focusing on the art. You gotta respect that vibe, you know? Let's see, I think the borders went like that. Any weird lines here, that's because I adjusted Spider-Man's waist a little bit. Like, something about it looks still a little too narrow for my taste, so like I tried to like change it a little bit. Maybe expand it a little bit there. It's a tricky pose. It's an uncomfortable looking pose in a way. As a not very flexible guy. It's an unappealing looking pose in that sense, but it's a fun dynamic one, so it's fine. I used to actually be kind of flexible as a kid. I could get my leg behind the back of my head. I could do that. I would probably break something if I tried that now in my middle age. Like, it would be a very bad idea. So I'm not gonna do that. Definitely not on stream, especially because there's no video of me, and there never will be. So all you'd have is me, you know, take my word for it if I got my leg behind the back of my neck, and again, I would probably strain something, most painfully. Oh no, hold on, no, the stringy bit sticking out wouldn't be visible because his feet are against the rope, I'm pretty sure. The web. So, do you guys think I managed to, like, you know, make him, you know, the thing I was worrying about last time is, like, try to definitely make him look very fit, like, have, like, visible muscles, but, like, not make him, like, ridiculously muscle-bound. Do you guys think I did okay on that front, now that we have the guy all drawn here, as should be? I hope I did so. Like I mentioned, it's like, in a way, it's easier to draw, like, big, exaggerated muscular figures, because that's, like, very easy to find anatomy charts showing, like, how those muscles go. I mean, I guess, you know, some would say it's hard to draw muscles in general, because, like, those are really tricky, but having spent some time looking at charts and guides, like, when you have, like, really detailed and big ones, it's, like, pretty easy to, like, figure out eventually, like, how they go. For the most part, I would say that, calf muscles, like, not a calf, quad muscles, thigh muscles, quads don't make a lot of sense to me still, and forearm muscles are still very confusing to me. Oh, speaking of, I forgot to put up, there we go. Did that go right now? I don't know. Should actually be more like this. I'm not sure exactly where, like, this blue part, like, cuts out here. I don't know, maybe something like that. Because, like, his, like, sleeve is twisting here, you know, so, I don't know. Wow, we actually got the... We got this line art done really quickly, you know, like the simple part here. Like, I'm actually shocked with myself. Like, wow, hey, look at that, guys. We're not even that deep into the stream, like 15 minutes, and I already got this done. Now that's fine and dandy, but still gonna have to do this part, so hold on to your butts, everybody. Like, I drew the guidelines there, but, like, now that it's showtime, try to draw all these webs here. I don't know. Yeah, this is a really jamming song. Which one is this? Hold on. This is from a game called Horizon Chase Turbo. I am not familiar with that. The song is called Race 12, the last hurrah of a video game composer. Okay, that's a little on the nose. I assume this is like the final stage of this racing game or something. That's fun. Oh. We might be getting a very sick song from Final Fantasy VII a little bit. There's one vote coming first. Or we might get a Legend of Heroes song. I put my vote for that, but... after that, a sick FF7 song. That'd be fun. Oh gosh, hold on. How did this go here? Oh boy, this is interesting. Like I think they should actually. I'm starting to realize what I should have probably done is draw these spider webs on a whole new layer. But it's a little late for that now, so we are pot committed. What are we gonna do now? I guess we're technically not. I could just like, okay, well from here on out they're on a separate layer, but I'm not doing that for reasons. As you can see though, my confidence in these lines kind of went out there a little bit. That finger is too spindly. Hold on. That looks better. Oh! Wow, hey, we jumped into it already. I completely missed that song in that middle. Nice! It's the Weapon Raid music from FF7. That whole... what act is it? But whatever the act is, once the weapons become a thing, the whole business at the crater is done, and then this starts up. You know, Meteor becomes relevant. Like, holy moly, that's such a like amazing part of FF7. And when this song hits for the first time, I was like, oh my god. Forgot to draw the lower legs of that spider on the logo. It's funny because I've looked up a couple different images of our boy Spider-Man, and like there's like different versions of his costume over the years, and definitely there's like more elaborate versions of the Spider logo over the years. I picked like a really simple one. I was like, yeah, but like, yeah, there could be versions where like it's like a big like decal on top. Like I keep referencing the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man design, but like it's a pretty good design. Like he's got all those like white kind of looking like little like extra pieces on top. They're not armor, but they're like kind of like, you know, like extra bits, and like yeah, the spider's like a big white raised part on it. Looks pretty good. There we go. Damn, this is so... Sorry, I did... FF7 soundtrack gets me pumped very easily, so... Although I guess you could technically accuse that of being a little bit of, like, MIDI, farty trumpets there, but I don't give a damn, I love it. Oh, that was great. Next, some Valkyria Chronicles music. Man, it is over 10 years now. It's crazy looking back. Sorry, I'm getting nostalgic for my own stuff, but Valkyria Chronicles was one of the first games I played in full on my channel, so... Very cool, like, oh yeah. This whole business. Yes, I am recognizing this tune now. I remember when this played in a couple missions. Sort of like, kind of like fun and freewheeling. This is really tricky. I'm trying to like get like a little bit of shading for you know, like the muscles in his suit, but like it's like really like not meshing super well with, well, ironically, the mesh here. So, I don't know. I think I'll have to leave it about like that. Anyway, let's finish these up here. These are some pretty good guidelines here, I'd say. Again, as I mentioned this earlier, I can't imagine artists getting sick of having to draw these spider patterns. So I'm not shocked by all those efforts to give him like new outfits over the years that don't have this pattern on him. Like, you know, symbiote suit for sure was like, let's just give Spider-Man an easy outfit to draw, was almost certainly the motivation to begin with. I feel like, you know, long before the whole symbiote business came out. Like, you know, it just started out as like, you know, hey, look, Spider-Man's got a new outfit. It was a reward for his participation in the original Secret Wars. A reward? Look, okay, I'm not a very versed comic book scholar, but like, it was something to do with the Secret Wars. I know that much. So, yeah, but it was like there was not anything about symbiotes going on there. And I do believe originally there was nothing about his personality being changed by the use of the symbiote, right? Like I believe that was inspired by the... Oh hey, Mega Man 11 music, another game I've played on my channel, delightful. It's an alright boss music. Right, yeah, so, like, originally, I don't think Spider-Man, like, his personality did not change using the symbiote suit. I think the 90s cartoon was the one to come up with that. But I personally think it's a pretty, like, good, like, story beat for Spider-Man. It's a one of those, there's a subgenre of don't take drugs stories in, like, cartoons and stuff. I would say there's one, and it's a don't take performance-enhancing drugs, where the lesson usually is that the drug, like, makes you more awesome than you normally are, like, you become more badass and stuff, like, you're able to, like, get more done, but it, like, changes you as a person and whatnot. Like you become, it changes you as a person for the worse. And the symbiote stuff in the 90s cartoon, definitely, and later versions, obviously the Raimi movie, third one, absolutely, that's the vibe of that, I would say. But I feel like if I remember correctly, in the original comic books, it was just that Spider-Man was being controlled by the suit when he was sleeping. He was like, that's freaking weird, and then the symbiote became all possessive, and he got rid of it. And then we got the, Venom business later, but yeah. They referenced that in that fantastic cartoon called The Spectacular Spider-Man, which came out in the late 2000s. That had the whole sleepwalking Spider-Man symbiote suit thing going on. They changed it, obviously. They did, like, take liberties from modern versions of the symbiote story, so there was no Secret Wars business, which I understand. That's too complicated for a adaptation that's supposed to be just Spider-Man. But also, like, they did do the whole personality changing thing. Like, Peter did become, like, less, like, he became, like, a kind of cocky, reckless, not nice guy. We can turn off that at this point. And, yeah, well, like, but then the tipping point was when he realized, what the hell, I've been, like, the suit has been controlling me, like, when I'm in my sleep, which happened in an episode. And he was like, that's too freaky, what's going on? And then the symbiote stuff started to happen. Thought it was a pretty novel idea, I mean, I didn't even know about all this business back then about the whole sleepwalking thing. I just, like, had a rudimentary idea of what goes on in the stories. I knew the 90s cartoon, so I thought that sleepwalking thing was a whole new thing come up for the Spectacular Spider-Man show. That was a really good take on Spider-Man. To this day, I think it's, like, regarded as, like, one of the best adaptations of Spider-Man, I feel like, and I certainly agree with that. I really loved that cartoon, watching it back then. The designs were great for the characters, the plot was snappy, it was really nice. More like that. So I'm coloring in the blue parts as really dark black, but I'm going to do the same thing I've done with Wolverine and with Black Widow. I'm going to erase parts to achieve a shading effect. And I might just color in the line art here in the middle. White to, like, provide no shading that way. Man, I started doing this, like, full black thing for certain parts, like, only, like, halfway through this project, but it's been kind of getting a lot of work done. Not entirely true. I colored in Rocket Raccoon's, like, raccoon-y parts, and I colored in Squirrel Girl's tail. So, I've been doing it. I kind of like it that wraps so like that, so I'm gonna do that instead. Now, really quickly, how this looks with... Yep. Doesn't look great, but we can, with that full black yet, but it's a work in progress. start by coloring in these parts white and seeing how that looks. That tool's a little too big for my needs here. I'm sorry, what is this music we're listening to right now? What jam are we subjected to right now? What is this? Edge. A game called Edge. The song is The Shameful Last Minute Music. Wow, that's a running theme on today's music selection. That's kind of sounds like what that racing game music was also. Oh, sick. Tekken music is on the vote next. I'm going to give my vote to that. I don't even remember what the song Karma from Tekken 6 is, but like it's very rare that you're going to go wrong with Tekken music, so I'm going to give that vote. I'm going to give my vote to that. Yeah, Spectacular Spider-Man, I believe even voiced by Josh Keaton at the time. He was the original voice in Spectacular Spider-Man for Spider-Man. Josh Keaton, among other, is young Ocelot in MGS3. Anyway, he had a cameo in the second Spider-Verse movie, like a little traditional animated Spider-Man appears at one point to try and talk Miles down. And that was supposed to be Spectacular Spider-Man. It was like a nice little reference. And I remember people online marking out for that. I think I also I don't exactly remember, but I'm pretty sure I was I recognize that design when that Spider guy showed up. I was like, huh, well that's pretty neat. Alright, so that's looking already a lot better by having the line art colored in like that. Now I need to try and figure out where I could do some erasing here. So that this isn't so full black here. So gonna do kind of like this. Oh, dude, we're getting this is the Tekken music now, right? Yeah, it sounds like Tekken music. Ooh, this one's a jammer. Enjoying this quite a bit. Yeah. They had this easygoing music. Well, they still have it in Tekken at times, but now then, let's put that. Oh, he's looking so cool now. I'm so thrilled how good I got Spider-Man here. Dude, I was into that jam. So good. It might need to be a little bit filled out there, though. Or maybe I need to take that corner off there. I'm not sure, but... I don't think I can really improve Spider Guy here any further. I think I need to just be that's a good Spider-Man image. So, oh wait, sorry. Actually, I technically could. Let's see how this goes. What I could do is, shade in other parts on him. Now let's do that. Damn, this song's great. I'm really loving this. We're not gonna go overboard since there's already quite a bit of you know, contrast with the like suit there. But yeah, like he would have like a few spots here and there, which you could like shade in still. Yeah, get a little bit of those abs there, those spider abs. Oh wow, there's a funny vocal effect there. Yeah, I'm not trying to go super crazy with these effects here because, like, yeah, the contrast with the black parts of the suit is already doing a whole lot of work for sure, but I don't think it hurts to add a little bit of extra shading on the other parts here. Something like this, you know? There we go. Now he's looking, oh, he's looking great, I would say. Ooh, I think, yeah, a little bit of shading there. Yeah, or with the like black part of the suit. There. This one may be a little overboard. Here I think I went a little too overboard. So. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, now it's looking pretty good. So I think I'm gonna say we're done zony with Spider-Moni here. Well, a little more shading like that there matches the vibe here a little bit better. So yeah, there you go, Spider-Man. I think we're done with our Spider-Boy here. How long have we been streaming at this point? We have been streaming for 40 minutes, so we can in fact start up our final character, Storm, but I'm gonna say Spider-Man is right done here. I'm really happy how our Spider-Lad here looks. Just let that sink in for a minute. Sorry guys, it's rare I feel like I did this good a job, but like here I'm really feeling like I did a really good job. Well, I'm seeing some things change, like the spider symbol still looks a little bit lopsided, so just fill that out a little bit there. Well, I don't know, maybe by effort to draw like shadows for his pecs and abs, maybe it's a little bit messy there in the middle. I don't know. I still think it's alright. I'm gonna say, job well done, me. Thanks, me. We got a save. And I'm gonna now need to... meditate a little bit on what I want to do with Storm, our final character. Now, I'm looking at there. Again, I can't really show images on stream of my reference picture, so you're gonna have to forgive me. But I'm looking at a bunch of reference pictures here, and I will say I do like the look where she has like her cloak attached to like her sleeves. It's a classic motif in her outfit, and I like it quite a bit. So I would like to try and get that effect going. Oh, okay, there's an outfit I like for her. Maybe I'll do it like that. So, yeah, there's also a lot of options for outfits. Just a couple where she's like in that full body white outfit. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do any of these like overly sexy ones either, where she has like a lot of skin visible. I don't want to go do that. And I'm not sure about doing. I don't really feel like a bare midriff is what I want to do either. So I'm liking this where it's like, yeah, a couple versions here where it's like sleeveless, but it's got like a little bodysuit thing wrapping up like around her neck and comes down her like chest. I don't know how to describe it. Kind of like that energy. So I'm gonna try and do something like that. Okay, I'm thinking once again like a little bit of a forced perspective thing here. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, I'm challenging myself, you guys. It never ends well. That's not true. Okay, that's something we gotta try and go for. So, well, I don't want to take a break yet. We're only 40 minutes in. Don't want to take a break quite yet. Let's see if I can like do like the very basic shapes here for Storm, and then take a break after that, so I can like, you know, meditate on if my choices worked out. But I want kind of like this, so a little bit of like head tilted. Maybe I'm using a bit too thick of a tool here. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit too thick of a tool. And a little bit of like slouched posture, I guess, like, you know, like head slouched forward. So, but yeah, all right, so like that. I don't know. Honestly, like this. Now, this is kind of what I'm looking like. I kind of want her, like, this is like a really, this is her hand, you know. I'm thinking like this, you know, like really like extreme, you know. Like really extreme, like kind of. And then her other hand over here. Kind of drawing her legs now. Sorry, I'm intimidated by her. Intimidated by this hand thing I'm doing now, so I'm just working on other parts. Here. Don't mind me. Ear's gonna be there, so I want her to have her wacky headdress. So just a little bit of shapes there for the headdress. Like that. And I, of course, want her hair going crazy while she's using her powers. But right, yeah, so hold on now. So here is one finger. Here is one other finger. I want this one be like a little bit like downwards, so then I want her final finger kind of like that, you know? And then can I draw lightning around her? Oh, that's going to be tricky. All right, we'll see if I can figure something out. Yeah, hold on now. Just one. Now, I've never drawn a character whose hair is going crazy, so... Hope this turns out okay. Draw her other hand here. And yeah, so I want it to be kind of like a suit that goes like this. So the back of the suit is there. Oh boy, did this turn out a little Rob Liefeldian in its proportions? I'm not sure. I think I need to make her lower body bigger. I always make heads a little bit too big. So let's see. Yeah, I think definitely that looks better. This leg here is looking a little wrong. Go. What was I doing here? Like, yeah, working on that outfit there. I love that outfit, that leg there. Yeah, this is kind of the pose I was hoping. Like, in my brain, I was like, what kind of outfit, like, what would I do for Storm? And this is kind of what I was looking for. And now, just like, yeah, I want just a little bit of that cloak there. Alrighty. Save that there. So, yeah, looks okay. Oh, except, chest is looking a little misaligned there. Let's give that one more pass. Ah, come on. Ugh. So maybe I should have drawn a few more muscles here as a guide for how she's supposed to go, so... So... yeah, man. I hope it's not too stiff of a pose. Like, that's also, you know... poses easily become a little too stiff, you know, when you're drawing. I've never gotten over that one particularly well either, but... hoping this one looks okay-ish. Yeah, alright, cool. Enjoying that still, though. I think this is a good... this is a good foundation for it. Oh my goodness, there's an X-Men song that's available coming up for a vote. From X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. Which one is that? Is that the 6-person fighting game? The 6-person beat-em-up thing? I don't remember what X-Men Mutant Apocalypse is. Okay, I was gonna go on break, but now I just want to go make sure I vote for that. So I guess we're not taking a break just yet. Because that's too juicy to pass up. Like, get a little X-Men song playing from an X-Men video game while I'm drawing Storm. Oh man, it'd be so fun. First we listen to New Super Lucky's Tale. Pleasant. I'm really hoping that X-Men song wins the vote. If you want to rock the vote, brainwave.cc and pick the channel that's for video games. You'll be able to participate in the vote. You might have to mute your own radio because you have to turn on the radio to be able to vote. You might have to then mute it, so because then it'll be, you know, you're already hearing the music from my end, but you know, if that's what you wish to do. Yeah, I guess no beating around this bush. Let's work on Storm here. It's the wrong layer, and I don't even have the right color. I really don't know what I'm doing here. Did I tilt her head a little bit too much? Maybe I did. No, not that tool. It is really hard to draw faces from this pose, you know. Although, for downwards is even harder, of course. That free Ren meme image is certainly evidence of that, I would say. I probably would screw that up as well. And there's like no really good images. All these references I'm looking up, none are super good of like Storm's head tilted down. think I got the shape good there, but I think I made her nose a little bit too long. A little too long of the nose. Ugh, whatever. No, actually, kind of like that one where she's looking a little stern. She has pretty high cheekbones, so I'm trying to get that effect going there. Alright, did we get the music? We super got it. This is the main theme for X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. I'm pretty sure this is that beat-em-up game. This has that early beat-em-up energy. Damn, this is really, really good. I don't really know how to like draw like really full lips, unfortunately. So might be the best I can do. Alright, that was quick but sweet. Just having the X-Men fighting game music, or not beat 'em up music there. You love to hear it. Actually, yeah, I don't know if I really want to. Let's see. I'm not entirely sure what I was doing. Like, I saw some references for this headdress, so I just kind of whatever here. I don't think I even got it like very well like centered there. Go. Man, this one's tricky. Like, again, like I'm trying to do that foreshortening effect here. It adds a little bit of depth there, but I don't want to draw this too sharp, you know? So I don't know if I got that very well, but... okay. Let's just finish drawing this. I'm thinking that's like her hair, actually. There, her hairline is there. There's a couple of images where like you can see her hair come from underneath her... headdress a little bit there, so trying to make that there. All right. It's not. Well, okay. You can be of many minds on that one, but I think I did okay-ish drawing Storm for the first time. So let's do a flip though. I don't think the eyes are aligned correctly. Is this Toho music? This sounds so much like Toho music. This is super Toho music. Toho 9.5. Shoot the bullet. Shoot the bullet. What a novel new idea for dealing with bullets. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to take my break at this point. We've actually gone a full hour. Huzzah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so perfect time to take a break. So... Right, that there. On gray. That's the wrong layer. Back in 5 minutes. And yeah, stay tight, everybody. I will be back in a little bit to continue this storm image. I would love it if I get this finished today. Like I said, I'm kind of like feeling okay to do this today. So we'll see how we do. Come back, see if we can do like a 2.5, maybe 3 hours if I'm feeling crazy. Who knows? But yeah, for now we're gonna just go get something to drink, so you should do the same. Get something to drink and use the bathroom if you need to, get snacks if you need to. I'll catch you here for more storminess. We'll see how it goes, yeah? Okay, but see you in a sec, everybody. Bye! Alright everybody, I'm back. As I hope you guys are as well. So... that there, and let's get back to this storm image. See if I can somehow pull through this. Looking back at after giving it a minute, guess it's okay. I feel like this face here should be narrower though, like so. Let's see if I can draw some of this wacky hair that's flowing crazily in the air. Finish drawing the ear there. Right, okay, no, so let's, yeah, sorry, I got caught up there, still thinking about other details, but yeah, let's, draw some of this here, going here. A little bit of a 3D effect there, having the curls kind of bend forward and back there a little bit. Something like that. What's this dramatic music? What is this? Oh, Xenosaga music. Okay. I believe I talked about this last stream, not super familiar with the Xenosaga parts, except that that is where Cosmos is from. But it's fine. Yeah, right, so I wanted to have one hair curl here a little bit, so let's see. Because like some of this reference image that I'm using quite a bit has like some hair come there, so just wanted to get like a few curls there. A little bit of that, like, headdress visible there, but not super much. There we go. Is that a little too crazy? I don't know. I kind of like the really over the top here. Just like lightning. Maybe I'll draw like a little lightning streaks coming out of it or something. We'll see if I can like do a reasonable job. I'm not 100% sure about that part, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what we can get done then, alright? Alright. Now, let's think about her outfit here because, yeah, I do want her to have... She has a lot of, like, really cool chokers and stuff, so... Give her a brooch there. Yeah, hold on, let's draw her these extreme close-up hands here for anything else. Okay, now let's see. So, should be a bit of a nook there. All right. And her pinky finger kind of bending over there. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that finger right there. Let's... Just even more direct on there. I think it's gotta be there, you know? Might be like that. Now, just gonna draw like a little bit, like it's again, this is extreme, like, you know, foreshortening, but like sometimes you gotta take a quick, crazy swing, you know. So like, hopefully, it's still okay. I did get it right, like if your right hand, your thumb, yep, it's sticking to the side. Good, because sometimes I really do screw up the order that, like, the way the thumbs are supposed to be facing, which, you know, you'd think you'd be able to really quickly just check and be satisfied you got it the right way around, but I get it wrong sometimes, so yeah. I'm not sure what I'm doing here, just extra little details, I guess. Let's see. Don't want to do too much of like a boob sock effect here, but try not to like have too much of that there, but like a little bit. Okay, here we go. That's kind of what I was thinking as an outfit for her. And Couple of little stripes going there. Something like that. And let's see if I can, like... She's not, like... Even less than, I'd say, Spider-Man. Like, she's not that, like, ridiculous. Like, she doesn't have, like, a even... She's like in good shape, right? But she's not, like, you know, like that crazy, like, swimmer's body, really defined musculature. So I'm trying to, like, not go overboard here. Right? Is what I'm doing there. Something like that. Yeah, this whole stripe business I'm taking verbatim from like one reference that I found for Storm, but like, what are you gonna do? You gotta play the classics sometimes. So, sure. How are we doing stream-wise? Hour 20 minutes? I'm feeling like 2 hours 30 minutes is what I can do today. So let's see if like in an hour and 10 minutes we can actually finish this final image. That'd be really cool. Not that I like advocate like racing to get art done, but again, like I'm working on this project for a while now. It'd be cool to wrap it up. I mean, I guess I do kind of advocate, because, like, that's one of the things I've been stressing about is, like, they say take your time with art, you know, and everything and like that, but, like, taking a shot recently at drawing, like, a little bit of, like, a sequential comic book that really floundered very quickly because, like, it really does take manpower to, like, work on that consistently. Like, my consistency was really, really bad. Like, you just gotta have to put work in. Like, you can't just, like, flake out and procrastinate. And, like, I did a terrible job trying to not have that happen to me. So, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where this thought is going. I'm sorry. I'm just, like, I wish I could, like, motivate myself better to, like, draw, so, like, I do it more often and let's just get work done, you know? Like, because the other thing is, like, you just gotta have to get that shit done. Like, I don't envy professional artists who have, like, timetables they gotta work with, you know? Alright. I don't know about that cloak now. I feel like that cloak could be a little bit bigger. I'm not sure how I was supposed to wrap around here, but it looked just so, like, dinky there. Right, let's add a little bit of a cloak there, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Alright, but I think enjoying this take on Storm decently enough. Yeah, I think I captured her vibe rather nicely. So, you know, Like that, I guess. This leg looks weird, though. That leg... I think my original was actually correct. Like, I drew it a little too long there, but, like, I think that's the right vibe. Oh, I gotta draw the muscles a little bit here, so... I had to draw the muscles a little bit after all, so that I could kind of get how it's supposed to go. So I think this should be, again, like the foreshortened effect here. Like this leg is supposed to be coming in like way more like front and center here. I was thinking it's like one leg is bent up and this one's like more straight. So on the other hand, though, it maybe shouldn't be. Maybe it should be like, actually, hold on. Much more like so. Maybe. Like that. I don't know. Let's go with that for now, though. But yeah, definitely this leg was looking really weird there for a second. So I think this at least improved that on that front. You know, looks better like that. I think. Shining Hearts music. Oh, that's fun. That's like a whole series, like the Shining series. Something came out several years ago for the PC, like Shining Resonance Refrain or something like that. I remember kind of catching my eye of like, what is this? Okay, this could be interesting at some point, but it never really crossed the barrier enough for me to ever like do a stream or like do a playthrough recording of it. Maybe I'll come back to it at some point. I don't know. Maybe just a sec, everybody. I need to let this still sink in a little bit, this image of Storm. Because, like, technically we're ready here now. What we can basically start doing after this is doing the line art. But, little intimidated here still. But again, you know, I don't know. Like, I'm still kind of happy. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure at the start of this project I would have been like, I can draw Storm, sure. But, like, you know, in fact, you might recall at the very start I was like, I'll draw Ghost Spider as one of the 4 ladies that I'm planning. But then, like, I was like, that's not a good choice for this Marvel Multiverse RPG thing I'm working on. So, better to have Storm as the option instead. And, yeah, this has been a nice project in just challenging me to draw some characters I wouldn't normally draw. Like, I can't say that before this I was like, I want to draw Marvel characters. If anyone's paid attention to my art, I've drawn a lot of, shall we say, Japanese art, Japanese pop culture inspired characters. So, trying to draw like more Western comic art. Not usually on my radar, but like I don't have anything against the idea. Just like, I didn't have any reason to try and do it before, but now we did it a little bit, and I had a good time. So yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna get any better by me staring at it, and I'm not sure how I would fix it further from its current state. So let's start line arting. That is the wrong color and wrong layer once again. Someday, I will learn not to do that. Today was not that day. I don't think that part would actually be visible there, so do that instead. Or there it might be kind of visible, so... a little bit of those cheekbones there without, like, going really overboard. Let's work on that face before I... Let's work on that face before I get too deep in the weeds with the hair. Weird angle. Maybe a little extreme with the... Maybe a little extreme with the eyebrows there. Let's try like that. Just drawing like, I don't know. Trying to draw all them curls there. Ooh, that's not a good shape. Hold on. Oop. Cross that line. The line has been crossed. is this music right now? Is Metroid Prime music? Okay, from 3, Metroid Prime 3. You know, I completely forgot that 4 came out. Like, finally, like, it is a reality now. I don't know why, but I just completely blanked that that's a reality. They got my boy Silex in there. Or, well... Is Silex the guy? All those bounty hunters... A little ambiguous. Oh man, you know what? It would be super funny if, like, Silex isn't even in the game. Like, they showed up in the trailer, but, like, that was just a trailer shot. I don't know. Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm not at all up to speed on what happened in Metroid Prime 4, right? Like, I have not kept up at all. I didn't really look into the game. I kind of missed any streams from anybody, and yeah. I'm not huge on Metroid Prime in general, I'll admit, but like, I don't know, it just seemed interesting that there was a 4th one finally coming out. And just after Dread came out, it was a big hit. Well, a big hit critically. Like, people seem to think it was a very good. I'm not sure. Maybe it was also a pretty big hit financially. I'm not sure. I didn't keep up, so I don't have any idea. What was I doing here? Hold on now. So this was supposed to have kind of a brooch energy, so we'll do that. Oh. So like that. Final Fantasy XI music. Wow. I just read somewhere that I think Final Fantasy XI got another update somehow. It's kind of blowing my mind. Because I remember at some point reading, like, I thought we were done. Like, I thought it was over. Like, there was, like, a final update, and I thought it was the final update. Because, spoilers for Final Fantasy XI, but I think they, like, had, like, Chaos show up finally, like, as a boss. And my impression reading online was that that kind of was supposed to be like it, like that, like Chaos was supposed to be like the final guy, like sort of a end of the game thing. But like, not, at least support for this game still exists as far as I'm aware, so amazing. I don't know what I'm doing here. I thought I had a good idea going with these extra close-up-y fingers, but now I'm no longer so sure. Let's see. I'm not. I think that thumb is sticking out a little too much there. So what I'm gonna do is move a little bit like that. I think I got the shape of the thumb pretty well, but. Alright. Yeah, this part's messing me up. There should be like a... That's the wrong pen. Should be like a little bit of a gap there, I feel like. So now I'm looking at my own fingers here, like how it goes. There's like a little bit of a gap there. So, let's see. Yeah, I kind of was afraid though that like this extreme foreshortening thing that I was doing here might not work out so well. No, it's just... Okay, hold on. What I think I gotta do is move this all a little bit more to the left, like so. Just isn't working out. Ah, my goodness. Ah! Oh my goodness. Ah! This thumb is... not thumb. This middle finger here is really giving me the finger here. Honestly, I think that might just be like just dead on. Like so. Might be what I have to do there. I think I had the right idea there, but I think I want to make that finger a little bit narrower there. There we go. I think that looks okay. Yeah, this was such a crazy idea for me to have like this extreme like close up of this hand, but what are you gonna do? I've been using this as an excuse to like do some like crazy like ideas at times on how to pose a character, so why not take a shot like that? I don't know, I just extempore here because the thumb actually didn't end up blocking so much of her chest. I was like, what if I draw like a couple of stripes there, kind of give like an X-Men X shape? All the good X-Men designs have like an X shape somewhere hidden in the outfit, so you know, tried to make that happen there. It was a very short song. I missed what that was. It was kind of jamming, though. Is that a little too extreme to have it like that? I don't know. go. By the way, that Marvel Talk-On game, so cool that like Storm shows up and she's like kind of the leader there. That's really fun. And Mara Juno is a great voice actor, so I'm really pumped for her appearance there. But of course, the one that got people crazy is that Danger character that I had never heard of before. Like, what a crazy pull. That like really caught people's attention. Like, oh, okay. So, it's like, okay, so, Arxis is willing to like pull some pretty obscure characters then, huh? I suppose part of it is by, you know, part of it is informed by like, you know, we gotta like have like different variety in the characters, so Danger serves like a different character archetype, I guess, like fighting gameplay wise, I guess? But it's also like, man, what a pull. Because, yeah, again, a character that I had never heard of before. I'm not super well versed on the X-Men, but I know the heavy hitters. So, like, if it had been a heavy hitter, I would have been like, oh yeah. Even if it was like a guy I'm not super familiar with, I would have probably recognized the name. You know, like if Longshot was in there, like, oh yeah, I remember there's a mutant called that. But, yeah, this Danger character. I'm, of course, jazzed. Robot Girl, hell yeah, sign me up. I don't know, like, something about this part still looks wrong, you know? So I'm trying to fix it there. Damn, what is this song? This is ominous. This is Maple Story music. Wow. I think I tried Maple Story for like all of 10 minutes back in the day, so not very familiar with where it goes. Apparently it goes hard in the end. I kind of don't like these stripes here. I'm gonna get rid of those. It had the X motif, so we'd have like a little X character there, but like, I don't know. Would a bit too much. I was just kind of spur of the moment there as I was like, what fun thing could we like do character design wise there, but no. Not happening. But yeah, I don't know. It's starting to look pretty good. This is so messy here. Doing that, like, I've been using really low stabilization. That'll also do it. Well, I guess it's a good thing good practice for, like, not just relying on that, but, like, wow. Like that, I guess. Yeah, alright, cool. I'm enjoying this design of her. Oh, let's turn on. Yeah, I think it's recognizable who this is, and I think I got a cool vibe on it, so pretty happy. But yeah, there's a messy line art here on the legs as I struggled with some of these bits here, so I'm just trying to fix up a little bit of these nasty splotches here. There we go. Hope that looks okay to you guys. I think it looks looking pretty good to me. So, ooh, there's some weird lines there. I think that looks better. Like, less visible there, the pinky finger as it's bending. Yeah, but hey, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see. Still looks... Ooh. Okay, I think it looks okay, but... I think she might have a little bit too much forehead here. Also, this cheek looked a little weird. Yeah, I think I gave her... Also, ooh, I forgot to draw in... Hold on. Her hairline here. Yeah, what if I... Just this all a little bit. I think it's still okay-ish. Although that part, yeah, that part's all messy now, but like general, like yeah, I think yeah. Given that her head was tilted forwards, I think I gave her still a little bit too much forehead. I try to be conscious that like characters should have a decent sized forehead, like the eyes are kind of in the middle of the head, not quite, a little bit above the middle point of the head, but still, but that was a little much. Ah, okay, hey, someone's in the chat waving. Mitä kuuluu, man? Or how's it going, man? Excuse me. Oh, damn, sorry, I'm just confused, like I don't know how to turn off automatic translation off of YouTube. Where is that? Yeah, I have no clue how to turn off automatic translation. That's really awkward about YouTube the stream chat nowadays. But yeah, sorry, I got a message here in chat that I completely missed. Hi, waving. How are you, man? From Rivox1YP. Like I said, I'm doing all right, all things considered, and I'm really happy with the progress I've been doing with the art. So this final storm image is turning out great, and yeah, having a good time. And I'm happy to report I was earlier complaining that, but I was commenting that my mouth was hurting a little bit from a rather ragged ulcer that I had gotten in it, but right now I'm doing okay. So I'm surviving with it. It hurt more earlier in the day. I think I was more animated in my yammering. So I ended up like, you know, hurting my lip more, rubbing my tooth against that ulcer. But now, been more controlled in my yammering in this stream. So everything's going fine. And yeah, like I'm like really happy with my art efforts here. Like I know I've been freaking out a little bit about did this storm turn out okay, but like yeah, I think it turned out all right. All things considered, I think I did a decent job here, so... You know, happy. Happy as I can be, I guess. I wish I knew how to turn off automatic translation on the like YouTube chat thing, because for a second I was like, someone's messaging me in Finnish. Is it someone I know? But it's just some rando. Sorry, no, not to put you down, dear viewer, but like, it's not someone I know in my personal life. It was, but... right. All right. Well, to wrap this image up, as all other characters, we need to do the more dynamic shading here. And just doing some fixes here real quick. Oh, geez. Okay, how are we gonna do this? Well, I don't want to color... I know Storm wears like a lot of dark outfits. I don't really want to this time color the whole outfit dark, like I did with like Black Widow or parts of Spider-Man. But I want to do her cloak in full dark, and I want to do this headpiece thingy in full dark. So that's why my stabilization was low, because I was like coloring in these bits earlier. Also, this is good for, like, you can now tell, like, where the little cowlick is happening there. With that hair kind of flopping in front. So, good idea to do that. There we go. I really wish YouTube had, like, some kind of ping function. But I guess you guys at home would then hear that ping as well, so maybe it's good that it's not here. But like something like go like ding, like when a message comes in the chat. When I'm absorbed by this image, like I'm not doing my best work in paying attention to chat. But sorry to admit. I'm not sure how the like highlights in her hair, like little shading bits, should be filled in of her hair. So I'm just kind of doing whatever here. So, get a little waviness going with these shapes as well here. Just a little bit. I mean, it's one of the most like frustrating things trying to learn art, like, or watching other artists. Like, I definitely have watched like streams of like people who color in, like Sergio Villaizaza or O is an artist. I remember watching his streams at one point. And, like, I remember just being like, yeah, like doing the like ink shading is so easy. Like, it's so obvious like where the like shading is supposed to happen. And then I like do it and like try to do it like actually, and I'm like, this is so goddamn hard to figure out where, like, even like you're like, well, figure out where your lighting is, buddy. And I'm still like struggling to like work it out. So. Of like, I don't freaking know. Thereabouts-ish. Try to do these stripes here to like give kind of a shiny effect to hair here. I don't know how well it's like translating here, but. Right, so what I also want to do is some white color for parts of the headdress here. There we go. It's the shading that headdress needed. Very good. Wrong color. Wrong tool. Little bit of that kind of golden kind of vibes there, so trying to get that energy going there. There we go. A little bit of that effect there. Let's see if we can get it going like that. Ooh, that's actually kind of cool. Like, just now thinking of, like, I was just reminded of those O streams. Like, what he would often do is he would, like, really, like, dramatically, like, color, like, bits into back dark like that. Maybe it was a little too dramatic, because I'm also thinking of coloring this cloak in, like I said. So let's just cut that down a little bit. Okay. Maybe I picked a little bit of too big of a taint there. This is, yeah, Tales of Symphonia music. I was like, I recognize this song. Oh, fantastic. This is what plays when you fight the summon beasts, right? I think this is it, right? Like, it's gonna get like this bit in a second, right? I do have fond memories of Symphonia. That's also been absolute years since I played that for the channel. I'm not sure, in hindsight, because I decided to play that with the Japanese track. Was that the right choice? I wonder. That I really do think was a game, though, where I think that apart from Cam Clark, I think I prefer the Japanese track to the English still. So, yeah, I don't know. Okay, that's quite striking, that cloak like that. Let's see if I can. Just a little bit of like this, like lighting effect here. So it's not quite so ridiculously like matte black, so something like that, I guess. Yeah, cool. Now I want to try and be still pretty bold with the shading here. Despite the, you know, like, I'm not gonna paint her whole outfit in black, so... But I think to give it kind of a dark effect, like, it's interesting. Like, I remember a discussion that they had on, I think, Super Beard Bros about, like, Storm's outfit, and, like, people remember that she had, like, a white outfit already in the 90s cartoon. But, like, she kind of didn't. She just had a black outfit, but it had, like, really striking, like, white highlights. So it kind of, like, gotta look like, but it's more like she's got, like, a really glossy black outfit in that. But it's like a visual trick that makes you think, like, oh yeah, she had like a white outfit in that. And then of course later, like, she ended up having a white outfit because, like, that, like, did actually look really good on her. So there are versions of Storm where she has the white outfit on, but, like, that original version, kind of not. Sort of, kind of. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing with the inking here. What I will probably do is... I want to do this also, the color of the white for this border here. So you can tell the difference between her cloak there. However, I think that line is a little too thick. I'm gonna do like that, and that looks pretty good in my mind. But what I think I could still do, like, I think, yeah, just have that be like full colored in. I don't know. Oof, that looks kind of bad. Trying to get like shape of her. Like calf muscle there a little bit, so kind of what I was going for there. All right, guys, like, this is really nice. Like, went better than I expected. Like, I was hoping to stream for like 2.5 hours, but like we're like ready to wrap up here, but. Just for funsies, can I draw some... Can I draw some, hold on. Some lightning, like, somewhere in this image to make her... To make her kind of pop out. I don't know. I'm gonna make an own layer for that, I think. Set that stabilization up again. Ooh, that's too thick. Now let's put the rest of the character down like so. Ah, yeah, that's the wrong layer, you silly Minsk. Alright. Wrong color. I don't know what I'm just kind of making this lightning up, but like, something like that, I guess. But yeah, let's do one more thing here. I'm gonna do another layer. And I'm gonna thicken up these lightnings. So I'm gonna like a little jagged effect here, you know? I don't know if this is the right way to draw lightning in a matte black image like this, but giving it a go. I forgot to draw a bottom stripe for this. This is coming along, let's say, nicely. Oh, there's a lightning bolt. I was like, where did I draw all these lightning bolts? What is this music right now? What is this vocal? Is this Clair Obscur? It was near. I bet it's just a big guess. It kind of had like a Clair Obscur energy as well, but no, that was not. That was not what we were listening to. It was near music. Very nice. And that's like OG near, not Automata. And of course, even that's not OG. Like Drakengard predates all of those, but you know. Go. Move that there. Okay. I have no idea if this just like looks good. I'll see it now when I turn it on. Like, I feel like this turned out okay. That kind of looks lightning-y, but then like these rest of these streaks coming off of her. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think the stuff that's coming out of her hair looks weird, so I think I might just get rid of those. But I kind of like the streaks of lightning back here, so I think it's fine, but this one's a little extreme. I don't know what happened with me here. A little unnecessarily fuzzy, I think. Well, no, not the entire layer. Let's see, I think... Hold on. Went a little overboard. Oop. Overboard with this one here, so... There we go. Maybe just like something like that. Thinking what I still need to do. I need to thicken these hands out here so that they're more visible, right? I think they're getting a little bit buried here. This part of the image is a little busy, unfortunately. So, like, telling what's going on with her hand there is a little tricky. But... I think that's gonna be it, everybody. I think we got Storm done, so yeah. Man, just can't get over this one. Just a little too fuzzy. Went like a little overboard with the fuzz on that lightning there. But yeah, let's put a little bit it's like visible there, that is like wrapping around from behind her. I don't know. Let's see also. I think it might look honestly better without the lightning. I gave it a shot, but this one I think I gotta admit that it's not working. So we'll take out those lightnings from there. I think it's just Storm floating in the air is what we're gonna have to be satisfied with here. Because like I gave a shot, but that lightning I just couldn't get it to make it look very good at all. So what else? But yeah, I think that's gonna be my image of Storm. Is there anything else I could still fix up? Maybe a little bit of stripes there. I don't know why I like this like dithering at the edge of like these shadowy bits, so I'll just add a little bit there. Looking good, but yeah, I think that's it. So, with that, the image project is done. We have all 8 characters done. Let's open them all up here. Get the lineup going. And marvel. Marvel at the results a little bit. So, yep, whoop, hey, oh, there we go. Yeah, so, I don't remember when I started doing these Marvel streams. This was like a month ago or something? Maybe longer, probably longer. Yeah, we started out with Rocket Raccoon that I was really, really happy with. This turned out really fun. I'm still pretty happy with it, even if, I don't know, I could, maybe something about the pose could still fix, but like, I got his energy here really nicely. So very happy with that. Then we did Squirrel Girl, and something about the arms was a little off, but I'm still happy with this as well. And getting the nutcase beanie working out so nicely, I'm like mega satisfied with. So, yeah, and also this flannel jacket looking as good as it does. Very, very happy with. And then we did Luke Cage, and this might be my favorite out of all of these. I don't know, I just was unsure about how drawing Luke Cage would turn out, but, like, it turned out fantastic. I really love his swagger here. And then we got Black Widow, where I got very experimental with the, like, foreshortening pose stuff. I still like a little bit about the... I think this other hand could have been done a little bit better, like maybe lower it a little bit here. But, like, it's too late for that, and I'm still pretty happy with it. This was, by the way, the big snafu where I accidentally deleted my light artwork that I've been doing for, like, an hour, so I had to, like, recover. But, like, you know, still turned out okay. Here's our boy Wolverine. Something about this still, like, this might be my least favorite out of these. Something about this still, like, throws me off. Like, his head? Should his head be bigger? There's just a weird, like, foreshortening effect with his hand there. Let me just... No. Like that, maybe. Let's compare with that. Okay, I did not grow it very much, but I think making it a little bigger helped it out. Wolverine's a squat guy too, so it's not like. Although maybe that's the problem. Like, I think his shoulders could be a little bit broader in this image. Like, if I just like. Ooh. Move that a little bit like that. Maybe it looks better like that. Here I am messing with what was supposed to be a final image, but this one, like I said, this one has... I've been the least satisfied with. I gave it a shot, again, as mentioned. I gave it a shot with this, like, pose, and, like, it didn't turn out perfectly, for sure, but... But, like, whatever, you know. You can recognize it's Wolverine. You know who this guy is, so, yeah. Cool. After that, we did Ms. Marvel. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out, too. I like her cheekiness here, her little silly pose. Make that eyelash there a little more obvious. Yep, very nice. Yeah, I really love Ms. Marvel's energy here. And then today we finished Spider-Man, which again we can flip, like that's gonna be the final image. It keeps resetting it to like, because it wants this to be default. Like I would have to like, I guess, now it's supposed to be upside down like that, you know? There we go. And like I was like, wow, this turned out so good. After I was so scared of drawing Spider-Man and like doing like all the patterns and stuff. Like, I mean, it's not definitely. I'm sure you comb through it. Like those patterns aren't perfect, but like I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. And now, as we just finished, a pretty cool storm. I'm pretty happy with this. So this is my lineup of Marvel superheroes inked up. Hopefully, again, still no confirmation has come through, but hopefully my convention game of Marvel Multiverse RPG will be okayed, so that we can, I can use these there, and people can have a good laugh with these. Oh, someone popped in chat at the last minute. Wagyu Moth says, "Hi, hello there, thanks for joining in. Unfortunately, you caught me at the very tail end of my stream here, as I was wrapping things up, showing off the fruits of... Oh, let's see how long I've been doing this. I was guessing earlier that I've been doing it for a month, but when was the first Marvel character drawing stream that I did? Let's have a quick look-see here. It was a little over a month ago. It was the 15th of April that I did the first couple of pictures. Oh, Wagyu Moth says, oh. I'm sorry, buddy. Like, I really do appreciate you dropping in to watch. But yeah, like, I was, like, drawing a couple. I had only 2 characters left to draw, Spider-Man and Storm. And as you can see, we basically got Storm done here. But, okay, I'll just run through the characters one more time to show off what we worked on over this month here. We started with Rocket Raccoon here. Blue at his cheeky little vibes here. I'm really happy with this, as mentioned. We did Squirrel Girl, which... yeah, the arms here are still a little bit bothering me. I think something turned out a little odd about the forearms, but whatever. I'm really happy with how this nutcase beanie turned out, and overall this swagger is fun. I like her expression a lot. And we did Luke Cage. This is, again, probably my favorite of the 8 characters I drew, because I wasn't expecting to do such a good job with Luke Cage, but I'm, like, really loving this energy in this image. Then I did Black Widow, which I'm really happy with the, like, really jet black here. Like, I got it to look okay. Like, I'm really happy with, like, the contrast and everything. This pose with this hand, still a little iffy on. I'm glad I took a swing by, like, drawing this, like, foreshortened image. It's dynamic. This arm in the back here, I probably could have improved on, but oh well. I took a shot and it turned out like something. And then I drew Wolverine, and yeah, this one, like I was saying, I think this is my least favorite of the 8 I've drawn. Like, I took another swing with this, like, kind of foreshortening, like, arm is in the foreground and the body is in the background. I did my best, but, like, something about it still feels a little bit off. Like, I feel like if I were to draw Wolverine again from, like, a different pose, I could get it to look a little better. But this is what we're gonna go with. At least you can recognize who he is, and I really like how the forearm turned out. I do like this. I do like I can't get a nice. I do like this part quite a bit here. I'm really happy with how this arm here turned out. So it's not a wash, but yeah, I think this one could have taken another attempt. And then I did Ms. Marvel, and I'm really happy with how cheeky she looks here. I'm enjoying this energy in this image quite a bit. This one I'm not entirely happy with the, like, inking here. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure how I'd fix it anymore at this point, so this is what we're gonna go with. But yeah, pretty happy with how this turned out. And today we wrapped up our image of Spider-Man, which, yeah, this is because I was so worried about drawing Spider-Man and getting, like, all these, like, patterns right and everything. I was like, oh boy, what's gonna, like, I was so dreading. I thought this was gonna be the toughest character to draw out of the 8 characters. But, like, I had a really good time drawing Spidey, and it turned out pretty good, if I do say so myself. I'm satisfied with my handiwork here. And finally, the last thing I did today, Storm. Still a little iffy on that, and I couldn't get the lightning to work, but, again, first time ever drawing, like draw Storm. Like, you can recognize the character, and, like, it's got her energy. And there's some good... I think I got the shading down pretty well at points here, so... I'm not going to say this is a total wash. In fact, I'm going to say this is a pretty good effort from yours truly, so... pretty happy with it. Wagyu Moth mentions in the chat, these really good. I would recommend working on facial anatomy more, though. Otherwise, really nice. Well, thank you. Yeah, I can feel that. I was trying to not just make super anime face characters, was the big goal here. But I can see what you're saying. Like in Squirrel Girl in particular, I wanted to make her a little bit of a rounded face character. And I like kind of her cheekiness here, but, like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Again, on that front, I still think Luke Cage is the best one out of these. Like, I really like the Sculptus's face here, so, yeah. But that's also, yeah, something that's bothering me with the Wolverine image. Like, something's just throwing me off. all over here. It can't be helped. Whatever. It is what it is at this point, so... Yeah, but I can see what you mean, absolutely. Could maybe work on faces a little bit. You know, I tried to make... Again, like, Storm has really high cheekbones. She's got, like, a really kind of tall face. I guess is how I describe that. And I tried to get that here, but... Not a hundo. Not a hundo on that either, but what are you gonna do? In fact, if I can make a tiny, tiny fix still here... Oh my goodness, can I just... This is so... But on facial features, it's important to get... But that little random nub there was really bothering me. So there we go. I'm not sure if that was even visible on the stream, but yeah, there you go. But yeah, that's the 8 characters I was planning on drawing, Marvel characters. These are the 8 characters that I am hoping to run in the Marvel Multiverse RPG thing at a convention. And I hope the players, if it is approved for the, convention, I'm hoping the players will appreciate these little custom arts that'll be on their character sheets, you know? I don't know. Hopefully it'll be like, hey, well that's kinda neat. You know, instead of just being like me just copy-pasting some stock images off of Google. So, yeah. But, everybody who popped in to watch these streams, thanks so much. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really did enjoy doing some art streams after a long, long break, so... I don't know what I could stream in the future art-wise again, but I kinda would like to do that, not just play video games on the stream, so... I'll ruminate on when I could do these again, and what I could do next. Like, it'd be nice, you know? Oh man, I'm still looking at the Storm image here, I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna do some fixes here still. Whatever. Shouldn't do. It's like when you're on an exam. You shouldn't start like doing too many fixes to end up like correcting. You're gonna end up like reverting your correct answers. So same thing here. I shouldn't like too much mess with what I got done here. But like, yeah, what are you gonna do? Yeah. So I hope folks enjoyed it. Like I said, I had a great time doing these. It was a nice creative exercise. Don't know when we're gonna do another art stream. Definitely, I'm gonna try to do another Super Robot Wars stream. Maybe tomorrow already, but next Monday I'll try at least. That's Mondays when I've been doing those, so anybody who likes those. Oh, here's one more still from... I think maybe make her head a little bigger for Storm. I was debating that because I do want to have her look tall, you know? Like, to differ from... like Ms. Marvel, who's a little bit of a smaller frame. Like, I do think Storm needs to be, like, kind of a tall figure. That's in my mind. Storm is, like, a very tall character. But let's really quickly, for funsies, just, like, really quickly, quick and dirty, use the resize tool here, see if it looks better. I don't know. A little bit bigger? I think she looks... Yeah, maybe they can go with like a little bit bigger there. Just have to really quickly fix up a little bit of that thing. Neck part there, though. Last minute fixes here. Hey, look, this isn't an exam. I said that, like, gotta treat this like an exam and not start fixing your correct answers, but also this isn't an exam, so I have no, like, law saying I can't make these quick fixes there. There we go. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. And now I'm gonna call it here. But, yeah. In fact, calling it here, I'm going to say I'm gonna call it for the stream, so thanks for everybody who joined in to watch. Again, like mentioned, hopefully a future stream at some point, but I can't make any promises, but whatever. I'm sure it'll happen someday. So, In the meantime, I hope everyone has a lovely rest of the Monday evening, or maybe Monday morning, or some people are already in Tuesday. Whatever, have a lovely rest of the day, everybody. For now, that's going to be all from me, so catch you in the future, everybody. Bye-bye!